Did you know that there is not a free-range parenting law in every state? There's some states where free-range parenting is, in fact, expressly illegal. In fact, in the state of Utah, which is pretty pro-family, they actually had to pass a free-range parenting law. I'll show you this, and then I need to share with you something that I'm not certain I can get through without crying. That's the whole design of this. It's something that Apple put out that relates to a pro-family message. And by the way, I showed this to my wife. She cried for the same reasons. It might get to you as well. Is this a turn? Is Apple actually turning to be pro-family? I doubt it very, very much. They know what they're doing to manipulate us. But again, conservatives have a choice, particularly Christian conservatives. We can mock this, we can deride it, we can be cynical about it, or we can say, hey, well done, more of this. What would that mean to Apple? I don't know. Maybe it would be a shift in how they think about us. This is the Utah free-range parenting story. Then I'll show you this Apple ad. They actually had to encode this in law in Utah.
You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
When Melissa Butler sends 9-year-old Guy and 7-year-old Sammy off to school, they walk alone.
Ultimately, I decided my parenting decisions are not going to be based on fear.
Butler's no longer concerned because Utah's free-range parenting law prevents parents from being prosecuted for allowing kids to roam on their own.
Why would you even need to put a law like this into place?
It's a good question.
Utah State Representative Brad Daw.
Nobody wants to see a kid abducted, but everybody wants a kid to be a kid. So how do we find that balance?
The idea can be traced back to something former New York columnist Lenore Skenazy wrote a decade ago. She let her then 9-year-old son ride the New York City subway and got labeled world's worst mom.
If you're neglecting a child, that's awful. You will be prosecuted. If you're trusting your child and you've taught them to cross the street and look both ways and not go off with strangers, you're an old-fashioned parent, and that's not against the law.
Old-fashioned parenting. See, free range is a new term. It used to just be parenting. If you lived on a farm and your kids were in the house all day long, they weren't good kids. They were out to be out working. When they weren't working, they're out to be playing. That story's from March of 2018, and in 2024, we just had a parent arrested in Georgia. We showed you that on the program because her 9-year-old kid walked to a gas station, apparently to visit his friend's mother, and the cops showed up, or kind of cops. I don't think they're really law enforcement officers if they're willing to do that. I know they wear the badge. I know they've got the paycheck. I know it says sheriff's deputy. But those aren't cops. They're little tyrants. Is your state free-range parenting safe? Have you looked into this? You probably should, particularly if you're a young parent, because I don't want to see you in a jail cell due to paranoia and corruption. Nor do I want to see you in the case of a lot of friends of mine. A lot of friends of mine are bent and they have trouble walking and they make noises when they get up, and they're my age. Some of them are younger. Some of them have given in to this myth. And this myth is that you have to have surgery or drugs to live a comfortable life at our age or to do things you like. It pains me mentally. It also kind of pains me physically to watch this, particularly because it's driven by corruption. If you're an older person and you're sick of being told it's another surgery, it's another set of pills, and you've got a little bit of money to spend on healthcare, why not be pain-free to the degree that's possible? You can go to Renew.Healthcare in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for a 3, 4, maybe 5-day vacation at a great all-inclusive resort. It's a 15-minute walk from Renew. They will give you a stem cell treatment from ethically gathered stem cells. This comes from placentas and umbilical cords only. And if you've got some money to spend on this, go try the infusion. Now, I'm telling you right now, this is an expensive thing, but I'm telling you right now, it is world-class. The stem cells are deployed about 45 million at a time or more throughout your entire body. These stem cells are miraculous. They're packed with building power. That's what they do. They build baby so they can rebuild cartilage, muscle, tendon. But what's most incredible is they just destroy inflammation. So getting the infusion, having it throughout your body, destroys inflammation in your body. That is a long-lasting approach to this. The other thing it does is, yes, rebuilds, but there's this. It finds the hot spots. The stem cells have this incredible ability to find the areas in your body where they are needed. Get in there and go to work. Now, again, if you've got money to spend on this, the infusion is a great option. And incidentally, if your wife or your husband is someone who's really, really into aesthetics and they're using Botox. You know what that is, right? That's cow bacteria from gross places from cows. They have an aesthetics treatment there that is world-class. Same thing with the stem cells. Instead of kind of paralyzing your face, why not rebuild the tissue? Find out if you want to do this. Again, this is going to be costly, but man, is it a return on investment. Go to renew.healthcare. It's RENUE.healthcare, and tell them that you are a member of the Todd Herman Show family on any platform. Renew, RENUE.healthcare. This turn from Apple is either a sign that they have recognized how corrupt they become in terms of being anti-family, or they're being very cynical and very good at it. I vote cynical and good at it. It doesn't mean, though, that this ad is not brilliant, and it doesn't mean that I necessarily believe I can even get through it without crying again. It's a dad sitting in a front room as this little girl, probably 10, 11, 12, is getting a gift. You notice that the ad goes in and out through audio clarity to being very unclear in audio. Now, there's a reason for that. And it comes out in the Apple product they pitch here.
Got it last week.
I think I know what it is. Are you serious? Oh, guys, thank you. Did you know this is...
Shifting to the dad's point of view. Audio's garbled, but dad is watching carefully. Suddenly he thinks of his little girl when she was a little baby. Her little baby guitar and being tickled. It's a picture of me and you, Daddy. I love you, she says, going to school.
John, listen.
He picks up his Apple earbuds.
Light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase.
A new hearing aid feature on AirPods Pro 2.
Today.
He's so excited. Here you go, Haley.
Happy birthday. Look at the picture of me and you, Daddy. Look at the moon. Daddy, tickle me. I am a robot. What is that?
See ya.
Everything is easy 'cause of
I love you, Papa.
you.
Yeah. So she looks like our daughter. Blonde-haired and blue-eyed. Looks like her daughter before the bad thing happened. And she changed. So when I see it, I feel a pain for a thing I'll never know again. I'll never know that innocence. I'll never know that glee. I see it in glimpses. I played for you on the show, my daughter allowing me to play the song that we sang when she was little. Love Goes Round in a Circle, side by side with the one when she did when she was really little. We just did this past one about 6 months ago. But I'll never relive Daddy Tickle Me again. And as I watch that, I feel this pain. Because how cool it was to be the magic parent, to be able to bring that joy. Here's the turn. God wants that from us. He misses us that way. What happened to when you could look at my creation with awe? When was the last time you looked at something I made? Mountains, the ocean, your child, with awe. When was the last time you worshiped with abandon? When was the last time that the Psalms overtook you? Or Christian music, repeating the Psalms, quoting them, overtook you? When was the last time you simply were okay, knowing that everything is easy because of me? I've given you the common blessings. I've given you what you need. When was the last time you just relaxed and said, Father, I love you? I mean, I don't think that's going on in Cupertino. But you never know because God is always working, even when it seems he's not.